It is time to make sure that you are prepared for cooler weather. And I know we still have plenty of summer still to come. But if you're not already thinking about fall or winter, the colder months ahead, the longer nights, the shorter days, and how all of that is going to affect your heating and cooling, whether it be your home, your office, the business that you run. You need to be thinking about it right now because R&R Controls is ready to take care of you. And they've been doing this for a while now, 40 years, going all the way back to 1985, starting in Brownsville and then expanding all over the area. R&R Controls knows how to handle such situations, heating, cooling, maintenance on those said items. We're talking about cooling towers and things that you would see at big office buildings and factories. They do all that, but then they can also take care of what's at your house. If you've got a one unit that just seems to be just kind of flaking out on you here in these hot summer days, how dependable is it going to be when the weather turns cold? You're not. And if making noise or you hear that compressor kick in, it's like, that doesn't sound good. And then you look at that thermostat, and it's a lot warmer in your house or your office than what you think it should be because you keep hitting that thermostat button, that temperature button down, but nothing's changing. You need to have the folks at R&R Controls come out and take a look. It won't cost you anything to take a look, for them to just come out and go, well, here's what you need. And I know that you're thinking they're going to say, well, you're going to need a whole new system and blah, 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 and duct work. And I mean, if you do, you do. But if there's a way to save, if there's a way to make it right with what you have and what you can afford at the time, the folks at R&R will work with you. I know them. I know the Conleys, and they're good people. And all they want to do is to make you a lifetime customer based on service, not about making the money. Yes, they do need to make some money so they can keep doing this, but that's not the number one priority. I've seen it. It's a family run operation. They will take care of you. And if you call R&R, tell them that I sent you. Okay? R&R Controls 270 777 2024. R&R Controls 270 777 2024. R&R Controls, never be without. Hello and good Wednesday evening, everybody, on this 13th of August. I'm Chris Allen. This is your 270 weather. Weather for the 270 area code and beyond. Well, some of you did pick up some more showers and thunderstorms today. Very, well, widespread, uh, widely separated is what I meant to say. It hasn't been all that impressive, the rainfall totals. As we take a look at the numbers from the airport, 17 hundredths of an inch of rain right here where I'm at, the airport. Here in Bowling Green, the high of 90. Thanks to the clouds, we didn't get any warmer than that. And that's right on the normal high temperature. 73 was our low temperature. We're still seeing some activity on the radar here at 7:43 p.m. Central Time on this Wednesday evening. I want to go to the radar and we'll take a look at some of these, like up around Horse Cave, Cave City. Nice little thunderstorm that's going on there as it crosses Interstate 65 and 31W, and then it's a little bit over toward 31E. You're getting some of those showers as well. Pretty much from Park City to Cave City to Horse Cave. That's where everything is. And a little south of Brownsville and moving through the Mammoth Cave Park area. Then we got a couple of little showers out here toward Lewisburg, north of Lewisburg, as you move from Logan County into Muhlenberg County. That would be US 431. If you're traveling north toward Drakesboro in that general vicinity. That's about it for our area. Now there's some other showers up over toward Taylor County, Adair, Casey County, and then some really good thunderstorms a bit east of Somerset. Now I can draw a line here, and you'll be able to see where the cold front is, and it's right about there, stalled out, and you can see that any showers and thunderstorms that are popping up are doing so along that boundary. Now, because of that boundary, we may see some showers even hold together overnight tonight. Nothing that's going to be severe, nothing that's going to be too rough, just some rainfall and maybe an occasional rumble of thunder. But I don't expect anything more than that. So there could be, along that boundary, some things holding together during the overnight hours. We'll see. All right, here's a look at current mesonet temperatures as of 7:45 on this Wednesday evening. Rain cooled air, you can tell there are mid 70s, and then you start to see some 80s across the area. Let's check rainfall. And we're seeing, here and there, like I said, not everybody got rain today. 500ths at the Corvette plant, almost a tenth of an inch down at the Ag Expo Center here in Bowling Green. Then you see about a tenth of an inch over in Metcalfe County, 3200ths down in Tompkinsville. Over a half inch of rain, how about that, up there in Munfordville in Hart County. And then to the west of us, the big winners were Elkton and Todd County at 6200ths, and then a little bit over 3/4 of an inch of rain in Hopkins County. That would be Madisonville. And of course, we know that others got rain today, but most of the beneficial rain missed a lot of the sensors that are out there. Winds right now coming out of the due south at anywhere from very light to about 5 miles per hour. And as long as that boundary is sitting here, we're going to continue to have just enough trigger for a few showers. Here's a look at the rainfall projections, what's called the QPF over the coming days. Quantitative Precipitation Forecast is what that stands for. And when we say quantitative, it's not what's all going to happen at once. It's going to be collectively during the next 7 days. This is what the models are kind of laying out here for us. Rain chances are going to go down. Notice we're no longer in the blue. Last couple of days we've been in the blue, the darker blue, which indicates a half inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain. Some of you picked up that much today. But notice now, we're back into the green, and on the scale, we're only talking about a tenth of an inch to a 1/4 inch of rain. And that is for the next 7 days. And I know A lot of your yards are parched and got brown spots, and it's not looking good, is it? I mean, we're not in a drought situation thanks to all the rain we had the first half of the year. Water tables are good. We just need some water on the lawns. That seems to be the number one problem right now. But unfortunately, we're not going to get much of anything in the next few days. Let's go to the maps. Here's our incoming front. Here's the disturbance that is sitting right over southern Kentucky right now with some of the shower activity. The front will try to work in overnight tonight with, as I mentioned, a few showers and fog developing late tonight and into early tomorrow. Especially if you got rain at your house, you're most likely going to be the ones that wake up tomorrow morning as you get ready to go to work or go to school. There's going to be fog at your house. Uh, and it's going to continue through pretty much the drive into work tomorrow morning. The front's going to lay right over the Bowling Green area. There could be a shower that pops up even tomorrow morning. But with the front stalling out on the Kentucky-Tennessee border tomorrow afternoon, we'll have a renewed chance for a few showers, maybe a thunderstorm. I don't think we'll see quite as much coverage tomorrow as what we're seeing right now or today or have seen today. The front settles in because behind it is high pressure and ahead of it is high pressure. Then kind of a squeeze play is going to go on here, and I think it's going to just eat away at that front. Usually, when we get a stationary front, we get abundant moisture with it, and we just get buckets and buckets of rain. Such is not the case this time. Here we go into Friday. Now, this shows the front lifting with the low pressure system lifting back to the north into Kentucky. That's going to cause, again, Thursday afternoon, anybody that picks up rain is likely to see some fog Friday morning. Here we go into Friday afternoon, and there's the front going away, falling apart. And just so are our rain chances. The rain chances pretty much vanish as we head into the weekend. There's Saturday. Look at that high pressure. Stubborn, big old bully, wall of high pressure, dominating. Some fog maybe Saturday morning. The rest of the day is just going to be hot, humid. And now you've got double barrel high pressures really building the ridge back in here and locking in the heat and humidity. There's Sunday. Here's Monday. Here's Tuesday. Wednesday. Now, there's been some discussion about Wednesday, and I alluded to it on our noon show today on WNKY. There is some indication, long range model or two, trying to pick up on one of those fronts that would come in, bring us rain, yes, but also have some cooler air in tow back behind it, and then less humid air by the end of next week. But as I mentioned on noon, if you watched, it's not a guarantee. It's something that we're looking at as a possibility, but I don't have very high confidence in it right now. We'll just have to wait and see how this thing progresses, and to see if the models will try to bring us some hope of change by the end of next week. Now, what does the blender show? Yesterday it showed Yes, those hot and muggy mid 90s as we head into this weekend, and pretty much zero chance of rain. Then we saw a cool down into the low to mid 80s, but now, as of today, the blend of models has bumped us back into the upper 80s to about 90. So, what that tells me is we have some model divergence. The models are, some are going this way and some are going that way. It's really going to be hard to pin down. I am crossing fingers and toes and anything else I can that we get one of those little cool downs by the end of next week. I think it's still possible, but it might not be as cool as we would hope it would be. You know, like 70s cool, maybe 80s, low 80s. That may not happen. It may be a bit warmer. We'll just have to see how this trend goes in the coming days. I'm not going to make any guarantees at this point. All right, let's check on Erin. Here is still Tropical Storm Erin, but it's, she's making some headway now. And still tropical storm strength through at least Friday morning. And by Friday, it's expected to become one hurricane. Not only just category one, but possibly a two as it continues to move toward the Lesser Antilles, Puerto Rico, just to the north. But notice this little steering, this little turn there before it gets to the Bahamas. And it's all in the placement of the storm here and the kind of warm waters in the Atlantic that it's going over. And then the upper air steering currents. It's going to take this and maybe high pressure, which is, as you know, over the southeast, may help steer this back toward Bermuda instead of the Bahamas and the U.S. coast. But it does still appear that by Saturday afternoon or early Sunday, this could go category 3 or higher. That's when it's projected to become a major hurricane. Major hurricane is anything that's category 3 or higher, or sustained winds of 110 miles per hour or higher. That's how they, at the National Hurricane Center, categorize these storms. So it's something worth watching. I still think it's going to be the strongest tropical system we've seen so far in 2025 in this hurricane season. The Atlantic tropical season still has a long way to go. So I'm sure there will be more storms, but this is something at least worth watching um, over the coming days. Actually, the coming week. Yeah, it's gonna take a week before it even gets close to us. By maybe next Wednesday, it'll be close to something there on the east. Maybe not so much the East Coast, but either Bahamas or Bermuda. We'll continue to watch Erin. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Oh, those mid 90s. Oh, I don't want those. But, really, this could be the last really good blast of summer. It could, because, the days continue to get shorter. And the average daytime high temperatures are going to start to go down from 90, where they've plateaued for over a month now. And in the coming days, it's going to start to come down 89, 88, 87, so forth and so on. And, by the time we get to the beginning of fall, the average daytime high temperature will be around 80 to 81 degrees. So, yeah, um, we just got to give it a little more time. About 5 weeks of summer left, and then it's gone. So maybe those are the really hot 90s. I'm not saying we're going to get rid of the 90s, but the hotter 90s, mid 90s, maybe even upper 90s, that could be close to the end of it coming up. Okay, that'll do it. It's almost 8 o'clock, coming up on 8 o'clock, and that means it's pretty much bedtime for me. So I can get up early in the morning and be ready for News 40 Sunrise on WNKY, CBS, and NBC at 6 a.m. I'll see you then. In the meantime, have a great Wednesday evening. Thank you for watching 270 Weather, and God bless you.